Hey guys, it's your boy MKS here, back with another video from a cloudy day here in the UK. Yesterday we had a bit of a thunderstorm. I actually heard thunder, but I didn't see any lightning, so I do tend to get a bit nervous in thunderstorms. But anyway, yeah, so our weather has changed a bit, unfortunately, for the worse at the moment, so hopefully it will go back to being summer soon. But yeah, so I thought I'd do a reaction video to England's game yesterday against Ukraine. As soon as I had an opportunity to do so, I thought I'd do a reaction video, so I didn't get around to doing so last night, but anyway, while I got the house to myself at the moment, I thought I'd do this video. But yeah, so England thrashed Ukraine 4-0. I did have a sneaking suspicion that they might thrash them, but obviously you never know how football's going to go. I did sort of think it might be 3 or 4-0, or maybe even 5-0, but part of me thought Ukraine would probably give them a better game. But anyway, so I thought I'd review some of the game as much as I can remember it. And so yeah, I think as an Italy fan, I'm a bit nervous about like England's. I think some of the Italian players might be a bit slow in defence, and also some of them a bit short. So any balls that come in the air, if you know what I mean. Any crosses or anything like that, or set pieces like crosses or corners or anything like that could be a problem for Italy, I think, defensively. So if we get to the final, I don't want to be 2% presumptive. Anyway, I don't want to make too much presumptions that we're going to beat Spain, and also maybe Denmark can cause a surprise and beat England. But after the performance, it does look like England might go. Obviously, there's 4 teams who have a chance to go all the way. So whoever wins out of Italy and Spain, I'd want to win. I hope it'll be Italy, but if Spain do beat us, I hope they do win, because I want to support the Mediterranean teams. I'm a bit biased in that way, because I think I look Mediterranean. But yeah, so hopefully the best team will win, and I hope that will be Italy. But in this tournament, but yeah, so there's 4 teams left. Obviously, each one has a chance. They've all beaten most of the teams in the competition, really, or whatnot, go further than any other team, basically. However they've managed to do it. And so yeah, so it'd be an interesting encounter to see if that game against Ukraine. I was wondering if Ukraine were that bad or England were that good, because obviously it was 4-0. It's a big thrashing in these games. Like, there hasn't been that many. In fact, I think that's the only 4-0 score. So most of the games have been by fine margins, especially in the knockout stages. But I know Germany scored 4 against Portugal, but I don't remember too many high scores like that. So, especially with the margin of victory. So, I do wonder if it will be a test to see if England really are clicking together. Well, their fans would probably say finally clicking together, or if it was just like Ukraine were that bad and just folded. But yeah, so to be honest, as an Italy fan, as I mentioned before, I'd like there to be like between England and if Italy get through, especially, or even if Spain get through, because I like Mediterranean teams, I would probably like in the England versus Denmark game to be 1 or 2 challenges, or it to be a tough fought game. So like there's a few injuries and suspensions, to be honest. But yeah, so I'd love to hear what people think about the game. I think one person I saw made a prediction of 4-0. So I think well done to that person. Can't remember the name, but I think it was a lady who made a prediction of 4-0. I think it's great that women are getting interested in football as well. I think that's it's a cool thing. But yeah, as many people to get into what I think is the best sport in the world, in my opinion. So I love to see football getting more popular around the world. But yeah, I'd especially love to see Italians practice as much as possible. So I'm probably waffling now, but yeah. So yeah, it was 4-0. I think England played really well, obviously. Again, I'm not sure if it was because Ukraine were really that bad, or just England didn't give them a chance to play. And obviously, any team, whoever you play, is always going to give chances at the back. So even though I think England did give a few chances away, but obviously as a team battled well. So I hope, obviously, as I say, as an Italian fan, I hope that Italy can somehow win the next game and the game after that, all being well. Obviously, we'll be in the final if we win next game, but I don't want to be look too far ahead. But yeah, so hopefully with as few injuries or suspensions as possible, preferably. But hopefully the team spirit will get us through, whoever plays for us, and pass the ball a bit quicker. I think, not sure how much detail I should give away about my views about the strategy. I think Mancini should play for both Spain and, again, if we do get to the final game, don't want to be too presumptuous, but I think that we should press and attack the opposition as we have been doing a little bit, but I think the passing should be a bit quicker, getting the ball out wide a bit more. I do worry a bit about the pace of the defenders, because although they have a bit of experience, they can be a bit slow. Like Chiellini's 36 now, so he can be a bit slower. So I hope they cover each other and work together and like don't give away too many fouls, especially not silly fouls and all that, but also attack the opposition. So hopefully they will give us fouls and they'll get bookings or also give us opportunities to have set pieces, and we'll be prepared to capitalise on them. So that's what I'm hoping Italy will do, like press opposition, play in their half as much as possible, obviously defend when necessary, but also again draw fouls from the opposition, like play in their half as much as possible, like attack their area as much as possible. So hopefully get plenty of free kicks, maybe even a penalty or two. But yeah, that's my hope. But yeah, hopefully the spirit of the Italian team like will see us through somehow, and like playing for Mancini and Violi and the rest of the team, and like just coming together. And I'd love to see Italians in Italy itself, and also from the diaspora, and also my fellow Anglo-Indians like myself, supporting Italy as much as possible and getting behind the team. And yeah, so sorry if I was waffling, but yeah, I think that was quite interesting. England did thrash Ukraine. I think it'd be interesting what the game on Wednesday against Denmark will tell whether it was like Ukraine were that bad or England were that good, because if Denmark either give England a really good game or even beat them, then it will show that it was probably because Ukraine were perhaps poorer than people think. But I know England fans will probably be very excited because 4-0 in the quarter-final is a massive score. And yeah, so again, I'd love to hear your predictions for the semi-finals and also the final on Sunday next week. Only a few more games left to go now. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you think, how you think it's going to go, any predictions, score predictions between Italy and Spain and Denmark and England, and also who you think is going to get to the final, obviously, and what you think the score will be there perhaps as well. And whoever gets that right, I'd love to have the lottery numbers from that person. But anyway, that's my cover of the game. Probably haven't given much of I haven't given much of a tactical analysis, but I think where England was strong, like they got a lot of crosses in and had a lot of energy and pace and things like that, young players and stuff like that. So anyway, I am out. Peace out.